This is my 23rd year in education. I was a high school math teacher for 20 years, and now I'm the academic dean and testing coordinator. As far as changes that I've seen in education, certainly one of the biggest has been testing, but I think what's more important than that is its impact on class time. As a classroom teacher, I found that I had less time with my kids to do more, and money wouldn't fix it. Assessment can mean a lot of different things, and you won't find one teacher in my building that doesn't want to be held accountable, that doesn't want to assess his or her students and find out, are they learning? So that's not the issue at all. The issue is about what type of assessment and how are these being developed and by whom? Who are the stakeholders here? They're somebody sitting in a building, thousands of miles away that don't understand our district, our school, our kids, our needs, and what we need from the assessment as well. Why can't it be some other form of assessment, whether that be portfolio, whether that be something that teachers across high school social studies classes develop specifically for high school social studies? It can be so many more things than just a test when you're asking a student to demonstrate what they've learned. One small part of my job is to give the MAP test, measure of academic progress, and it's used all across the nation in thousands of school districts. For the last 2.5 years, there's been a lot of pushback from the classroom, from the individual teachers that are impacted by additional loss of class time, from the people that are impacted by loss of resources such as the library and the computer labs so that we can give this computer adapted test. And nobody was listening. Nobody was responding to the pleas for, hey, can we have a conversation about this? And then here I was getting ready to set up the administration schedule of the test. I walked in and talked to one of our teachers and said, so here's what I've set up for your class and for your kids. And her response was basically, again, really? Oh no, not again. And she said, what can we do? I said, well, we could refuse. And she said, great, let's refuse. And then within 24 hours, we had the entire language arts department saying, yes, I refuse. And then within 24 more hours, we had the entire math department saying, yes, let's boycott the test. Within a day after that, we had the entire staff, virtually the entire staff, supporting those of us that were directly impacted. One of the things that gave us the most strength was looking around and knowing we were all on the same page. So we decided to boycott. And we tried to communicate with the district office, with the superintendent and the leadership at that level. Emails, letters, phone calls, all of which were ignored, no contact back. So we thought, well, I guess we're gonna have to go to the press. And so we did. So we called a press conference and announced our intention to boycott the test. And it literally blew up from there. When we went to the press, that's when it got scary, because what we all realized is we weren't doing something that the district deemed as part of our job. So we were telling our boss, no, I'm not gonna do my job. We did get some things in writing saying that we were at risk for 10-day suspension, loss of pay, letters in our file, etc. When the students really understood what we were doing and why we were doing it, we had such amazing support. We had a letter of support almost immediately from our entire ASB. We had students refusing to take the test when administration tried to make it happen anyway. We had students protesting in the hallways, protesting outside of school, speaking at press conferences that we held in different parts of the city. They also took a strong hold of their own education. Even though my entire school was on board, there were certainly times where all of us felt alone. When our jobs were threatened, my job specifically was threatened many times. And so even though I had the support of my entire school, I did feel alone. But what got me over that hump, and what I would say to some of these people is, even when you feel like you're alone, you're not if you step out of your classroom or step into the hallway or step into the school and be willing to have those conversations, because there are other people too that are afraid. And those people will come forward and say, even if it's in a whisper, I'm afraid too, but this is what I want. And then it's 2 people, and then before you know it, it's 4 people, and then it's 20. And so it makes me think that if the conversation like this is going on in so many different places, there must be thousands of people that we don't know about that feel the same way, that want the same thing. Reclaim the conversation. We can do this.